The XRP, or Experiential Robotics platform, includes all the hardware and software needed to build and program a robot that can use the same tools for programming full-sized FIRST Robotics competition robots. This allows for a low-cost way to experience FRC experimentation on a smaller scale. Here we will go over how to easily print or make modifications to the chassis when your 3D printer's bed is not large enough to fit the entire chassis. The first thing we'll do is go into Settings and reset the size of the workplane on the project. In this case, we're using an Ultimaker 3S 3D printer, and the bed size is 187 by 227 millimeters. Once you click the Close Settings button, you will see the workplane size update. Next, we will import the STL file from the computer. Click on the Import button. Not shown on screen, it loads another page where you can select the location of your file. Once you've selected your file, click OK. It will then load that file into the software. Next, click Import, and after a few seconds, the file will load into Tinkercad. Click the Rotate function and rotate it 90 degrees to the right so it lays the top side down. Once rotated, press D on your keyboard to drop the robot frame to the workplane. Next, we will move the robot to the center of the workplane. To start modifying, grab the Whole Cube tool and place beside the robot. Once placed, grab one of the modification handles on the whole box nearest the frame and drag across the robot. Make sure the box is beyond the opposite side of the frame. Next, select Whole Cube again and select the grab handle in the center of the box by clicking on it. Set the height to 50 millimeters to make sure it is completely above the frame. Then, click on one of the width grab handles. Type 20 millimeters into the width dimension. Next, duplicate both the frame and the whole cube by selecting each individually and clicking the Duplicate button. Hide one of each of the frames and whole cubes by selecting one instance of each and pressing Ctrl-H on the keyboard. Once one of each is hidden, select the visible whole cube and drag the grab handle towards the back of the frame and drag it to the left. Make sure it is past the back of the frame. Select both the frame and the box and click Join Group. Joining will cut off the part of the body that is inside the whole cube. Next, with the caster mount selected, and while holding Shift, click the right arrow key 5 times, which moves them 50 millimeters to the right. Now click the Show All button, which will cause the second instance of the robot to show. To make sure we don't accidentally select the first piece we modified, click on it and then click the Hide button. Next, we'll select the whole cube and click the lower right grab handle and drag it to the right. Once the size is correct, select both the frame and the whole cube and click Group. This will remove the caster attachment pieces from the robot. Next, click the Show All button and both pieces will show on the screen.
Select the ball roller pieces. While holding Shift, use the left arrow to move the casters to the left. By holding Shift, it multiplies the movement 10 times of the selected grid size. In this case, 7 clicks to the left will move the casters 70 millimeters. The 70 millimeters is a combination of the 50 millimeters that we had moved to the right, along with the 20 millimeters that was removed.
To make sure there are no gaps in the frame, we're going to move the casters over a bit more to the left to overlap slightly. Change the snap grid to 0.25 millimeters. Next, click on the casters and move one left arrow to the left. As I zoom in, you can see there's a slight bit of overlap. This slight overlap will close any gaps that may show up in the print. Last, select both pieces and click Group. We now have our newly modified frame. We can click Export and choose STL from the options. Let's take a look at what the frame looks like in Cura. I've loaded an Ultimaker S3 profile. As you can see, it will fit on the print bed. I'll check the layers to make sure there are no gaps at the top and bottom layers of the frame. As you can see, they are solid, so this file is ready to print. Make sure you check the XRP landing page on Maker.io and let us know if this worked for you or if you made any extra modifications.